Alrighty. So the expedition has just kind of been on routine patrol, routine missions for a little while at least. Believe you guys have probably been in, what has it been, about 2-3 weeks since your last mission? Prax is probably better at the star dates than I am.
Probably for the expedition itself.
Yeah.
Oh, a month.
Okay, yeah. So you guys have just been doing your routine sciencey stuff, probably charting some few gaseous anomalies, tracking an asteroid here or there. Basic routine stuff like that. So I think we'll put you on the bridge to the expedition. You guys are still out in deep space. Let me look at the map really quick. Kind of think where I want to throw you. Yeah, we'll probably throw you a sector north of Deep Space 17 for the moment. Probably skirting the edge of the Ebon Expanse, maybe scanning as it retreats. Just trying to see what was there, trying to map the new areas of space. And yeah, you and your crew have been doing that for about a month. It's probably been it's probably been about a month since Commander Casey went back to Earth for his training. And so I'll plop you in at the start of Alpha Shift.
Well, Dahas looks like we have a Class 3 comet on our nearby sensor range. Lieutenant Wagner, if you could please plot a small vector for some easy scannings for the lieutenant here.
Sure thing, Captain. Plotting approach vector now. Do I need to make a roll for that?
If you want, we'll just make it a Div 0 controlled or daring science. Oh, sorry, control or daring con. I don't know why I thought you were scanning.
Astronavigation count as a focus?
Sure.
Sweet.
Not that it matters after you roll a 1. Then ship's engines come. Yeah, sure. Why not? Just start you guys off with 5 momentum. It's fine.
RNG likes me today, apparently. I knew it had to make up for that one session where I could not roll a success to save my life.
I mean, the meme's not wrong. But yeah, you're able to successfully guide the expedition toward the coordinates the captain wants you.
I'll begin scanning the comet as we approach.
Sure, I'll give you a diff 1. Control, reason, science.
sensors for focus.
Yep.
Captain, it looks like this comet has originated from the Emin Delta sector. It's traveling at 2 million kilometers per hour. It looks like the path may come in contact with a FTC 59243 and impact a planet there.
Should be ready, team, to take some core samples. Or are these scans enough?
With your advanced sensors, you could get pretty detailed material breakdowns of the comet. That's part of the figuring out where it originated from, too.
Mm-hmm. So we have detailed scans, Captain. Unless you would like to have some samples taken.
I'm sure the sensor scans are quite enough. Very well, Wagner. Of course, for the next survey location. Unless you need any more readings from here. The Haas.
It looks like the impact is not going to be hazardous to any of the life forms, I assume. So, I'm fine, Captain. We may proceed.
Understood. Lieutenant Wagner, proceed to next survey location.
Sure thing, Captain. Onwards. And I'll put in the course to the next survey location and get us over there.
At your discretion, Lieutenant.
Yeah, I thought I had. Sorry, Captain. I'll start flying us to the next survey location.
Captain, before we go, me and the rest of the security team have been testing out some new phaser calibrations. Didn't know you'd be interested in letting us do a few tests on this comet.
Lieutenant Haas, is there something else Lieutenant Bedin could shoot at in the area?
GM, as I scan the area for some suitable targets.
What would you be looking for?
Just asteroids or some kind of anything that's not like a living sentient area, or something that's like a barren place, or some kind of smaller comet, maybe something a little more challenging. I don't know. So ask Ben what kind of target would he like.
Yeah, go ahead and give me a reason or insight science. Let's call it difficulty 2.
Okay. Spend momentum. Or turn die. Since we got a bunch. I think we're actually over the 6 with what I rolled. But
I just need ship sensor science. Yep, gain 1. Oops, that should be 500,000. Oops.
oh, okay.
Otherwise, that's a little too close.
Yeah. I found a jettison cargo container buried in 190 Mark 38, about 500,000 kilometers away.
Anything in the cargo container?
Any contents in my scan? It is empty, Captain.
Well, Bedin, I think you have some space trash to vaporize. Unless you like a harder target, I think Commander Grimm might be able to set up some drones for you to shoot at.
Looks like the seal on the container failed, Captain. if that makes any difference.
Well, it doesn't make any difference to me unless it makes a difference to you. So I'll uh, I'll be more than happy to get rid of this trash, Captain. And yeah, Ben will charge up phasers.
Wagner moves in a little closer. Well, into weapons range of that cargo container.
Sure thing, Captain. Here we go. And I'll move us in.
I won't make you roll for it. It's pretty easy to maneuver your ship at this point. Right, and then for Ben, because of the small size of the cargo container, it's probably going to be a difficulty 3. And I'll make it a complication 2 because of the test of the adjustments.
Alrighty. So shipboard tactical systems for focus.
Yep.
Control security, complication 2. Take a threat, and then I'll use 2 momentum. Rolling them 4 dice. And I'll keep that.
Sorry, Krim, you didn't get your complication. I could have swore we had phaser fire in here somewhere. Did those disappear on us? Huh, only Klingons. No phaser fire for you, but apparently you gain 3 momentum out of that.
I'll take it.
And yeah, your well-placed phaser fire with the new modifications disintegrated the cargo container almost immediately upon impact.
Captain, we've taken out the trash.
Very well. Resume survey operations, Lieutenant Wagner.
Yes, Captain. And I will get into the route that we previously plotted.
Lieutenant Bennett.
I'm sorry, Captain.
Who's hailing us?
It's an incoming hail from Earth, Captain.
Very well. On screen.
And Ben will put it on screen.
And on screen is one Admiral Samri Kenson.
Admiral.
Captain Prax.
Admiral. I don't believe we've ever met, but what can I do for you?
Well, Captain, I hope you have a time for new orders.
Certainly, sir.
One of the Federation counselors, Uzuro Nioni, wants to visit Deep Space 17 as part of his campaign for Federation president. It has requested that Starfleet send one of their best ships to fulfill that request.
Understood, Admiral. Just a little surprised.
What can I say, Captain? The counselor has requested your ship by name.
I feel honored. We'll set course immediately for Earth. Is there anything you could tell me about this council member?
Not much to say, really. Been in the council for a few years, is seeking a Federation presidential run, which is to see the frontiers of the Federation colonies.
I would have figured Captain Picard would be put up for this task, but we'll follow the orders, sir.
Surprises me too, Captain, but when the counselor requests the expedition by name, not much I can do.
When we arrive at Earth, we'll roll out the red carpet.
Oh, and Captain, do put on some speed. He wishes to arrive at Deep Space 17 within 2 weeks.
That will be cutting it very close, sir, given our current location.
I'm sure you can handle it.
Understood.
Kenton out.
Well, Lieutenant Wagner, you heard the Admiral. That course for Earth, maximum warp.
All right. Will do, Captain. And I will plot and lay in a course to Earth.
Engage.
Engage.
I'll set up I'll move to warp then.
Who do we lose?
The Haas.
Ah.
Commander Krim will be pushing the warp drive a little hot the next 2 weeks. Trust your team is up to the task.
We're always up to the task to keep the engines running, Captain.
Well, we'd be definitely pushing it.
As long as we don't go over 9.97, we should be fine. Maybe 9.98.
Lieutenant Wagner, ETA to the Sol system.
I'll run a quick calculation to determine our ETA. How far out are we?
I think we need big space map for this. Would also help if the expedition was on here. All right, somewhere around there.
I can't see what you're showing. I just see the bridge.
You didn't move the map.
Oh.
There
There
we
we go.
Okay. So we're way down there.
I'm
Oh,
pretty sure none of these ships are in their proper place.
Called it. Off by 4 light years.
What's that?
I was off by 4 light years.
oh, geez.
Yeah.
So how long is that to travel?
Calculator says 2 weeks just to get there.
Okay.
But
Uh.
yeah, we need to get there in a week. So
Speed a plot? Doesn't have to make sense. Like, I was just watching Enterprise the other day, and they said Kronos was only 4 days travel from Earth, and that's at like warp 5. So it doesn't always have to make sense.
we'll just push it to warp 9.999 for a couple days, and we'll make it. May not be a ship left, but we'll make it.
Is that what it'll take?
Just about.
You can make that, right? We'll just have to give a pretty difficult engineering roll to hold the ship together.
Good luck, Crib. Sorry.
I mean, there has to be a roll anyway.
Oh yeah, I think I'm definitely going to be just adjusting the matter-antimatter intermix a little bit if we're going 9.99.
But I could always move that to like 3 weeks if needed, or like a month if needed. It doesn't matter.
Now, if we had a quantum slipstream drive, we could be there in a day.
Yeah, but then you'd have to go attack a Borg ship.
I'm talking about
Steal it.
not the transwarp quantum.
Yeah, I
The
don't
other
know if
one.
those exist yet. Irregardless, Krim, I'll give you a nice difficulty 4. Complication 2 to hold the ship's warp drive together.
Can I try to make an advantage for him by plotting the most efficient course possible?
Sure.
Sweet.
So I'll give you a insider reason with con difficulty 2.
Astronavigation as a focus.
Yep.
Alrighty. Can Yeah, could you take a threat? I'm going to use bold con so that if I roll a complication, I can reroll.
I think it could probably be assisted by the ship's computer's con.
Okay.
Well, you have 2 bonus, so you could squash it.
Yeah, we'll squash that. And just so that we know how much momentum we have, I'm gonna use bold con to reroll the one that was not a success on mine. And it's still not a success. Okay.
Well, you gain 2.
Oh, yeah, we squashed the complication
And
though
then
with the.
squash it.
Yep.
But we
Yep,
should
so
still
it all
be.
evens up.
Yeah, should still be capped.
Yeah. All right, Krim, you have the advantage from Wagner, and then don't forget you have your engineering superpower advantage thing.
Yeah, I think I'm going to use the advantage from Wagner to lower the difficulty, the advantage from my engineering superpower to lower the comp range, which should bring me down to a diff 3 comp 1. I think.
Sorry, say that again.
I'm going to use Wagner's to lower the difficulty. Then I'm going to use my engineering to lower the comp range. Should bring me to a diff 3 comp 1.
Yep. That's what I got.
And I'm going to give you 1 threat and 2 momentum. Focus in warp field dynamics.
Yeah. Alrighty, you gain 2 momentum off the back of that. All right. So pushing the ship's warp engines with a very well planned and thought out course, laid in by the con officer. You are able to maintain the ship at almost its maximum speed throughout the entire journey. Trying to see if I have Earth Space Dock still. There it is. Ooh, that is not what I wanted. Thought I had a better picture of this. Guess it'll do. So you're able to maintain almost maximum warp throughout most of the duration. You know, there are a few times you have to slow down, let the engines and the warp coils recharge, but for the most part, you're able to maintain that speed. And you probably arrive, and I will say you arrive at Earth Space Dock roughly with 3 hours left to spare.
Lieutenant Bedden, open hailing frequencies. Notify airspace dock. We have arrived and clears for docking.
Yes, Captain. And Beden will do all those things.
Alright, so if we're cleared for docking, with the captain's permission, I will bring us in to dock.
And for Bedden, they acknowledge your arrival and send docking instructions to docking bay 156.
Captain, Earth acknowledges our arrival, and we are cleared for docking bay. I think it was 156.
Lieutenant, bring us in.
Sure thing, Captain. I will go in.
All right, give me a daring or control con, difficulty 2, as there is a lot more inbound and outbound space traffic that you have to navigate around.
Alrighty. We don't really have enough, or we already have enough momentum. I'm gonna spend 2 momentum for an extra die. Helm operations count as a focus?
Yep.
Sweet. So we get back one of the 2 momentum I spent.
Wait, you spent 1 or 2?
I spent 2, but I exceeded the threshold by 1. So net is -1.
It only costs 1 momentum for a third die.
Oh, never mind. I was thinking it was 2 for some reason. So
Yes,
yeah,
basically
0.
you got it back.
Yeah.
And yeah, it probably takes you about a good hour to navigate the traffic, navigate to the station, in the station to find your docking bay. But you pull up and you successfully dock with Earth Space Dock.
Commander Krim, we will have a 24-hour layover. Instruct the crew that they will be able to have shortly for 24 hours.
Understood. I'll disseminate the information right now.
Thank you, Commander. Considering you're still acting EXO.
Pulling double duty is always difficult, Captain.
Well, you should get a break for 24 hours from it after you give the order.
I'll see what I can do about that, Captain. Last I checked, I'm still up to my ears in paperwork, but I will, of course, give the order. And he'll hit the all hands button on his console.
All right, I gotta find that one. Hold on. There it is.
All hands, this is the XO. Shore leave has been approved for the next 24 hours. I say again, shore leave has been approved. And that is all.
On screen.
USX Expedition, this is Commander Jordan, hailing on behalf of Counselor Neone.
What can I do for you?
The counselor wishes to express his gratitude for you taking the time away from your busy schedule to give him a ride. The counselor will be ready to go in approximately 12 hours. He still has some things to tie up before he is ready to depart.
Well, we will not be departing until tomorrow morning. Our engines still need to cool down for at least 24 hours before we can depart again.
Understood. I'll let the councilman know.
Thank you. Lieutenant Bedden, please have the guest quarters prepared before you and some of your other staff depart for shore leave. And I want the guest quarters to be secured for no entry.
Of course, Captain. We'll see to it.
Thank you, Lieutenant. Lieutenant Commander Krim, the bridge is yours until your shore leave. And she's going to head into her ready room.
And I guess Grim will head towards the center chair.
Oh, wow. Yeah, so it looks like Bedden will contact his security teams and let them know that we must set up quarters and prepare them and secure them for 12 individuals who will be coming on board. And he'll get to it.
I mean, it is a counselor after all, so they got to bring their entourage.
Yeah, that's fair.
All right, but Bedden, to get that prepared, I'm going to give you a presence and either command or security. Difficulty 3.
All right, don't really have a focus for this. Yeah, nothing. Okay. Take a threat, and then I'll spend 2 momentum for 4 dice.
You said 1 threat?
Yes, 1 threat. And rolling. Nah.
I don't think the ship would assist. Let me see. No, I don't see anything that the ship would assist with in this.
Oh.
But you make it. And yeah, the security team, after a few hours, reports back that the quarters and arrangements have been made.
Bedden will, having the captain left, Bedden will just simply say, Lieutenant Commander Krim, we've secured 12 quarters for the guests who will be coming on board. It looks like everything's good to go for the counselor. Councilman.
Understood. Are you sure it was 12 quarters needed, or was it 12 individuals that were coming aboard, which might possibly be bunking together for some of them?
12 individuals, sir. And you're exactly right. The uh, councilman will have his own quarters and maybe a couple esteemed guests, but the rest of his entourage will be bunking together.
Understood. Just make sure we have the proper accommodations in those quarters that are necessary.
Yes, sir. It's been taken care of.
Thank you, Lieutenant. I think. Or Lieutenant Commander, sorry, okay.
Of course, sir.
Mr. Bedden, go on ahead and check with your department as well as you over there, Tahas, and make sure that shore leave schedules are up and on rotation.
I see.
Yes, sir.
She will to make sure the schedule is up and sorted for her to
I'm gonna head to the captain's ready room really quick. As captain, your council is being hailed.
She puts it on screen. Sorry, someone was talking to me. So. Admiral Keeson.
Captain Prax, I see you have arrived right on schedule.
Indeed, we did. Though we do have to cool down the warp coils for 24 hours. We pushed her beyond her safety limits to make it.
Yes, I've heard that you requested the time. Should be all right. How are the arrangements coming?
My officers are taking care of that now, and I've granted temporary shore leave for 24 hours for the rest of the crew.
That's good to hear, Captain. In approximately 12 hours, I will come aboard and inspect the quarters for myself before the consular arrives.
Understood, Admiral. If you don't mind me asking, Admiral, that... Well, no disrespect, Admiral, but it's a little below your station.
The consular has asked me to personally see to his security while he is away from Earth. It is a task I take very seriously. So if that means getting my hands dirty, so be it.
Understood. Any special requests of security arrangements that we need to make? Just to make sure everything is above board for you.
I trust you to have everything ready, Captain. If not, I will make my concerns noted when I do my inspection.
Understood.
Look forward to seeing you in 12 hours.
Likewise, Admiral.
Kessin out.
Taps her comm badge. Lieutenant Bedden,
Yes, sir.
apologies, but Admiral Keeson will be arriving in 12 hours to inspect the quarters that you're currently setting up. I expect you to be here with a small team, so notify that certain individuals will have less shore leave, but hopefully we'll make it up for. Make arrangements so that they will have some reduced duty time during our trip back.
Understood, sir. We'll be here for the Admiral.
Thank you, Lieutenant. Brax out.
All right. So that's all I needed to set up for right now. So I will open the floor up to open role play. Anything you guys want to discuss about the current situation and predicaments you find yourselves in. Any shore leave shenanigans you want to do. I open the game up to the player.
So after Bedden notifies a few team members that they're going to have their shore leaves cut short, and to be prepared for the arrival of the Admiral, he's just going to casually look over and just say, Lieutenant Commander, have you heard of an Admiral coming to personally inspect, well, anything for a council member?
Coming to personally inspect? No, I mean, that's completely unprecedented from my experience.
I always figured once you hit that rank, you're kind of beyond that phase of your career.
Well, normally, once you hit that rank, from what I've seen, you're either on a starbase or stuck behind a desk. You're not worried about the inner workings of a particular ship anymore. That's more like micromanaging. That's the captain's job.
Well, I've given this, I mean, I'm confident in our ability to secure quarters on our own ship, but I'll give it another pass just to make sure everything is perfect before the Admiral gets here.
Yeah, give it another pass and then do me a favor. I want to prep a live weapons drill, an active shooter drill, on the counselor's deck. And be ready to raise level 1 force fields in front of their doors.
Of course, sir. We'll make sure to run those drills and make sure everyone is in order in case we have a situation.
Of course. Of course, I'll inform the captain about these training schedules. Remind me, what deck is the counselor's quarters on?
GM?
Ooh, 3 or 4, I'd say. I think those are where the living quarters are. Yay.
Lieutenant Commander, they will be on deck 4.
Deck 4. Understood. Thank you. That gives me an exact location to give the captain. And I'll make sure to give you an exact time later today.
To conduct the drill, you mean, sir?
Or you can come up with the time. It depends.
Uh,
I would prefer it to be while the Admiral is doing her safety inspection. How about that?
Admiral's a guy, by the way.
Oh, the Admiral is doing his safety inspection.
okay, Lieutenant Commander. So just so I'm clear, you would like us to conduct an active shooter drill while the Admiral is conducting their review of the quarters?
If the Admiral is worried about security, perhaps we should demonstrate how well our security is trained.
Uh,
That's my take on it.
Understood, sir. We'll have all the proper arrangements made.
Understood, Commander. Thank you very much. I'll inform the captain about this.
Of course, sir. Yeah, and so Bedden will inform his security teams of the plan. Um, give them an approximate time around. Oh, all right, Prax. Yeah. So he'll give them an approximate time when the admiral should be there. Notify them that the drill will take place on deck 3 near the VIP quarters, but not to execute until Bedden gives the personal command to do so.
And Commander Krim will go and buzz the captain's ready room doorbell.
All right, Bedden, you were just letting the security teams know. That's the conference room.
Yeah, he was getting all the arrangements in place. Well, A, for the heightened security and preparing for the admiral's check, but B, after Krim's order to prepare an active shooter drill for around the time the admiral arrives. With the key part being not to execute until Bedden gives the order to execute for the drill.
Okay, go ahead and give me a presence security difficulty 3.
Cool.
The difficulty 3 is because setting it up for a certain time.
Gotcha.
Oh, real quick. Did we spend momentum and gain momentum earlier on the last roll? Because there's four dice rolled. I'm just trying to make sure the momentum counter
What I
is.
say that difficulty was?
It was 3 last time.
Okay, and then I think you gave me a threat and 2 momentum. Yeah.
Okay.
Correct.
All right. Just
Okay.
want to make sure.
Yep.
Sorry, someone was talking in my ear, so I was half paying attention.
Yep. No worries.
Yep.
So yeah, another diff 3.
Cool.
I am going to make it a comp 2. As your security team are watching their shore leave being taken away from, maybe they might be disgruntled.
That's fair. All right.
So yeah,
well,
diff 3 comp 2.
cool. Yeah, same exact roll as last time. Take a threat, and then I'll burn 2 momentum.
There
Hey,
you go. Gain 1. And with a role like that, you would never have known that they were disgruntled. And then Krim is going to knock on the captain's door.
That's Biden.
So it is.
Enter.
Ah, Captain.
Commander Krim. Please have a seat.
Of course. Apparently, the Admiral is coming on board to do a security inspection for the Counselor's quarters before the Counselor's arrival.
Yes, I informed him to do such a thing, or to make sure it was ready for in 12 hours for the inspection. I will be present as well.
Then, in that case, it's a good thing I came to give you this piece of information, just so we have the full display of security for the Admiral. I have also asked Lieutenant Commander Bedden to set up a active shooter drill on deck 3, coinciding with the Admiral's appearance on that deck, or his arrival inside the Counselor's quarters.
Commander, why are we holding a intruder drill at the same time of the inspection?
It's not an intruder drill, Captain. It's an active shooter. You never know when you could receive an active shooter on board the ship, even from one of the crew. Mutiny and all that. Just to display that we are ready for anything that the Admiral believes could possibly happen.
Don't you think you're being a little over zealous, Commander?
Maybe a little, but I also feel like the Admiral is intruding into your neck of the woods, trying to micromanage everything.
Commander, the Admiral could do whatever he wants. He is an Admiral.
And I understand that. That's why I'm not going against the orders that have been laid out for me. I'm just recommending that we run a active shooter drill that just so happens to coincide with the time the Admiral is on board.
And what happens if there is an accident with the Admiral during that time?
The active shooter drill, as I said, Captain, is nothing more than a drill. There should be no live weapons fire or anything.
I'm not referring to
nature.
whether or not he would get hit by a low stun setting or anything like that. What happens if there is an accident during that time? An accident can happen at any point in time during doing a drill such as that.
If my belief in our security team is founded, there should be no accidents, Captain. It's mainly a display of how well trained our security team is, and that will mainly rely on Lieutenant Commander Bedden's training.
Perhaps we should do it after the Admiral has completed his inspection. While he's on board, if you are trying to impress him.
That's mainly what I'm trying to do, Captain, is impress him.
I understand that part, but perhaps after he's done the inspection, that way you can solidify the fact that not only the Lieutenant Bennett has done his job excellently at securing the quarters for all the VIPs that will be coming aboard, but also that our security teams are ready and able in case there is such an incident on board the ship. However, it will raise concerns as the fact that we are holding such drills that it would maybe appear that you and even myself have a lack of confidence in the men and women who serve aboard this ship.
last I looked into Starfleet regulations, Captain, drills aboard starships were mandatory approximately every 90 days to 120 days.
Yes, and how many drills have we held in the past 90 days?
In the past 90 days, not that many that I can think of. I can think of the hull breach. I can think of the loss of gravity. Those are the two that come to mind, but we haven't had an active shooter or a uh, battle stations drill anytime recently.
Commander,
At least, not that I know of.
it is also important for the crew to get some rest. I would like the you not think the security team will be a little disgruntled that they are pulling double shifts while the rest of the crew gets shore leave.
I will. Then, in that case, Captain, what is your suggestion?
Make sure the quarters are secure to Starfleet standards and beyond, and then do some rotating shifts with the security department and inform them that they will be going through training security drills within the holodeck. Once we depart. We are going to be pushing the ship again, heading back to Deep Space 17, and we need to get there within a week. And to make it there in one piece. But I will not have the security department running ragged when they could have used at least one day off before that. Everyone needs a break, including you, Commander.
I understand that, Captain. I just was hoping to show that we were ready for anything to the Admiral while he just so happened to be on Deck 3.
Commander, we would not have been picked for this assignment if the Admiral didn't think we were ready for it.
What, playing shuttle bus? I'm sorry, Captain, but there's smaller ships that could accommodate that size of entourage with the same reputation as the Expedition,
Or
and probably
larger.
have
It's a council
true.
member, a Federation council member who we are escorting to Deep Space 17.
You would think that they would let the counselor ride aboard the flagship of Starfleet.
Yes, I would like to think that Captain Picard would take the time out of using the flagship of the Federation to escort a counselor. Unfortunately, we've been assigned this task, and we will do our jobs to the letter. But I also want the crew to rest up before we head out. Because you never know. The VIPs may create unwanted stress on us. So it's best to let off some stress now.
Understood. I'll have Lieutenant Commander Bedden modify his security deployment.
Thank you, Commander.
Anything else for me, Captain?
No, Commander. Other than once you're done with your duties, please forget about the ship for a few hours.
Like, that's gonna happen, Captain. You're gonna wind up asking me to push her to 9.999 again. We almost burned out 3 EPS relays on the way here.
And it's a testament to your engineering skills, Commander. Who knows? Maybe we'll get a bigger ship after this.
What, like a sovereign?
Oh, she
Or-
just frowns
or-
at you at that.
Or how about this, Captain? A Prometheus.
I believe a Prometheus is about the same size as this ship. But you're dismissed, Commander.
Understood, Captain. And Krim will pull a reverse Riker maneuver and head towards the door.
Reverse Riker. Anything else you doing in there, Captain?
I'm going to page Lieutenant Bedden. She taps her comm badge. Lieutenant Bedden.
Yes, Captain.
How are the security arrangements coming?
They're coming well, Captain. We have a few other things to attend to, and I'm sure that Lieutenant Commander Krim filled you in. We'll get everything in order.
He did. I've made some modifications to it.
Yes, Captain.
The commander will inform you of my decision. But I wanted to check in on the security, how you're progressing on that, and if you needed any help with it.
Understood, Captain. Yeah, I think we're in a good place. We should be able to attend to it, and I'm hopeful that we can give some of the security crew a little bit of a break. I think they're looking forward to some shore leave.
The commander will fill you in. Thank you, Lieutenant. Rocks
Of
out.
course, Captain.
And Captain's going to go over and get a cup of tea from the replicator before heading to her quarters.
All right, where to next?
The only thing I can really think of is Krim updating Bedden on the captain's instructions, so.
All right, we'll go to the bridge. Yeah, I probably figure Wagner and DeHaas were probably out of there as soon as the ship pulled into port.
As soon as I was allowed to skedaddle, I did.
Yep.
Which I imagine was pretty quick. And Wagner, you could let me know who you would bring on your little lower decks excursion.
Yeah. Probably a bunch of folks. Let me just check something. I would invite De Haas, because we're the same rank, I believe. And
I'm,
probably,
ha- I'm
probably
half Klingon too, so
yeah,
if you need help.
yeah, and probably a bunch of the other lieutenants and ensigns on the crew.
Yeah, you could look through the supporting characters.
Yeah.
And I'm sure we could have people do that. But in the meantime, on the bridge, Bedden, you probably just get off of your conversation with the captain or whatever, and you see the commander storming onto the bridge.
Not storming, more like just dejected, but okay.
Storming, dejected. It's Crim, same thing, really. I mean, you're Bajoran, right? So yeah, definitely.
Oh, Commander Bedden. And you can see he's physically trying to compose himself.
Is everything all right, Lieutenant Commander?
Everything is fine. It's just Captain would like the security drill to be carried out in the holodeck after we depart from Earth's space dock while traveling at warp 9.999 back to 374.
Understood, sir. We can make those arrangements. May I ask again, sir, is everything all right? I mean, is there anything that you want us to be specifically on the lookout for with the Admiral's visit?
No, just make sure security is well in place and stationed properly per Starfleet regulations. Halfway tempted to say double it, but I won't say that.
I'll, of course, see to it personally, sir. Councilman will be in very good hands.
Alrighty. Well, after you disseminate those orders, you might want to get out of here before someone gives you something else to do.
I'm fully on the same page, sir. Well, I have a bit of a time crunch, actually. I do have to be down on the surface as quickly as I can. So,
Well,
try to get things.
don't forget that you can delegate to your more trusted officers as well.
Understood, sir. But you too. Do you have
Oh,
anything planned on Earth?
plans? No. And half the stuff I have to do, I can't delegate.
If it's engineering work, sir,
Oh, no, 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 no. This is not engineering work. This is acting XO work. You forget, I'm pulling the duty for two different locations, head, the department head and the acting XO. So,
is there anything else or anything I can help with, sir?
I mean, unless you've got the reports uh, from your department that you need to file to me, there's not really much you can do.
Well, everything's been taken care of from our side, so Um, no worries there, sir.
Well, I better get to it then. And to be honest, I expected you to be gone within the next 20 to 30 minutes.
Bed will chuckle. You and me both, sir.
All right, Commander. Well, in that case, just make sure that everything's ready for the Admiral's arrival and we get this thing off the ground without anything crazy happening. I'm gonna go sit in the center chair and get started on paperwork.
Understood, sir. And Beden will get back to speedily coordinating the work that needs to be done and signing off on everything. And then when he's done, he'll file it to the XO for the XO's review, and then he'll be off the ship.
And when Krim sits down, he pulls out his pad and starts going through all the paperwork that he needs to do as an acting XO and signing off on everything.
All right, cool. If there's nothing else on the ship until the Admiral comes aboard, I think it might be time to join the lower decks party on the planet. Figure this would be a good time for Wagner, DeHaas to role play, as well as everyone else to grab a supporting character to join them in their, I believe she called it a pub crawl.
Yes. Not sure if that's a thing where you are, but in my region, it's basically something that is popular in STEM fields where they just go to as many different pubs in the night as they can.
Oh, I don't think that's just STEM.
No.
Gotcha.
That would certainly be a Klingon thing, too, I would think. To some degree, for sure.
I think that's in anyone who wants to enjoy a town and get completely obliterated thing.
Yes. Yeah. The slang term is pub crawl, and I suspect it is because by the end of the night, there's a good chance you're crawling.
Well, hopefully my dual nature will help with that. So, we'll see.
But yeah, I would probably invite Kennel Nay, Kota, Chang, Rockefeller, Sokolov. Sorry, just checking. Solva.
The Vulcan on a bar crawl.
If he wants to. Soha. Basically any of the named characters, lieutenant or more junior.
If you're a lieutenant or below, follow me.
Yeah, basically. Well, if you're a lieutenant and below and you have no problem with being around people drinking alcohol. Because I have met people who have moral opposition to that before, so.
Sova would probably begrudgingly go. maybe needs some persuading, but I think Wagner's pretty persuasive.
Hey, Silva, think of it as an anthropological experiment. You can observe human recreational habits in the field. Totally bullshitting. Pardon the language.
Is he married? I don't know. Did we say that?
Yeah, that was a thing before we switched up ships.
Oh yeah, it's on his trait. Married to Velas.
Assuming your wife isn't on Earth, obviously, if she is, you'd probably prefer to spend time with her. Or
Yeah, she's
assuming
probably
it's
on
progress.
Vulcan.
Yeah.
Probably on Vulcan. But you know how Vulcans are. They want the quiet evening. But yeah, everyone grab a character and have at it. Probably just use the academy as a backdrop. Let's see, Silva, Kalone, Chang, Kota. We don't have Casey here to play Boris. All right, there's everybody. Have at it.
So where are we going first? Wagner?
There's Charmaine's. We could go there. Little frou-frou, though. But we could go. It's got a nice view. Or there's the Alchemist if you like cocktails.
What is a cocktail?
It's a drink made of various types of alcohol mixed together and some non-alcohol stuff for flavor.
Oh, interesting.
It's tasty.
Sounds tasty.
So they've got a lot of
Is it as strong as blood water?
probably not.
Okay. Then I can drink more of it.
But they might have something with blood wine.
Hmm.
I get a lot of the academy students there.
Oh. Well, then, let's go.
All right. And I will lead the way.
It would appear our illustrious GM has walked away for a few moments.
All right. I guess we all go to the alchemist.
Coda kind of speaks up. What could it be on a first name with Wagner?
Wagner's the sort to be pretty friendly with everyone and probably insist they call her by her first name when not on duty. So if Coda calls her Wagner at first, she's going to say, "No, call me Alex."
Well, it looks like I'm gonna have to control the amount of drinks I have tonight. I have to be back on duty in 12 hours.
That's not nice.
Something about an inspection for some admiral.
Yeah, that's obnoxious. I'm sorry to hear about that.
And we're hitting an admiral as well. That's disturbing.
Supposedly, this admiral's checking the security arrangements.
Oh, probably for the counselor. Yeah, that would make sense.
So
I
does
think-
the...
I think
Sorry, go ahead.
you said something about them going for Federation presidency. So yeah, that's probably why.
You guys don't know that.
Oh, I thought we
That
heard
was always sent to the
My bad.
captain. Yeah.
My bad. Scratch that.
So does the admiral not trust you guys to do your job or something? I mean, it's his prerogative if he wants to do an inspection, but that's not... We've had VIPs before, and we never had an admiral personally do an inspection. Kind of weird.
Telling me, the admiral's interrupting my fun. Let's get this started.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Can maybe just enjoy yourself, and maybe we can get the doc to give you a hypo spray when we're done.
Hopefully.
When we get to the bar, I will suggest a couple cocktails for the guest to try if she wants to.
Sure. She will take some samples or
Well,
at
what
least try them, and then she likes them, probably drink the whole thing.
what kind of flavors do you like?
Well, mostly play-on flavors, very intense. I do like. I have tried like Formula Ale before, which is quite potent as well. Not as potent as blood wine, but still pretty strong. I haven't tried very much earth liquor, only a little bit. Like I think rum. Tried rum.
Well, you might like a martini or gin and tonic, maybe. They're pretty strongly flavored. Or an old fashioned. It's got pretty strong flavors.
Yeah, let me try this old fashioned. Why is it named that?
I
Something
think
old.
because it's really old.
Ah, well, that makes sense. Definitely has a strong taste.
Sorry, I just realized I have my microphone muted. Is it agreeable?
I think so. Did
Good.
Chamber come back? Or is he still gone?
And Wagner will order whatever their bar specific unique cocktail is because it's a craft cocktail bar. So yeah, I'll try whatever's new.
So, has anyone picked Solva yet as a character?
Not yet, to my knowledge.
All right, I'll take Solva. So, is there something pleasurable about this human activity?
It's about socialization and enjoying the beverages.
Silva will smell a beverage. It seems unpleasurable, if I may be honest.
You don't like alcohol?
He'll take a sip. It's well, it tastes better than it smells, at least. He'll raise an eyebrow.
Hey, if you like things like that, I'm told there's a fruit native to the other side of the planet that you might like. I haven't ever had it. I just heard about it.
And what is this fruit called?
Durian, I think.
I've never heard of it either.
I will. I will ask the bartender if he's ever heard of it. I'm assuming not, because, well, actually, it's San Francisco. He might have.
So yeah, I guess Silva will take a look at the fruits and look at it a few different directions and kind of poke at it. And it's eaten fresh, no preparation.
Yep. And I'm told it smells terrible.
Silva will lean in very, very purposefully and
Smells
then
terrible.
yeah,
But
he'll give a big whiff and he'll instinctually move his head back and make a face.
considering Cleon cuisine, she will take a sniff as well and say, "Oh, how interesting."
And humans enjoy this?
Supposedly some do.
Reminds me of not. Well, the smell. Which wonder how it tastes.
As do I. Nothing if not curious.
I'll try it.
Ed, do we roll fitness checks on this? Fitness medicine, maybe?
Sure. Yeah, fitness medicine. First drinks of the evening.
This would be durian. See if we vomit all over the bar.
Yeah, we've had like 3 or 4 drinks.
Oh,
We've been role playing a while.
so I'll make this diff 2 come true then.
Fitness medicine. Diff 2, count 2. Hilariously, Wagner does not have any alcohol focuses. What's a pub crawl without some adventure? Oh God.
You know what? I'll take it straight too. Oh man. Okay.
Nice.
Sova coming in with. who would have thought a Vulcan can hold their liquor?
Nice.
Well, I made it.
Yeah, sorry, Wagner. It would appear that you have been kind of drinking to win this evening. Maybe had a little bit more to drink than everybody else. And yeah, this Duran just does not set well. And as soon as the liquor touches your tongue, you just kind of spit it all back right on the bar.
Yeah, fair. Nope. I immediately regret this decision.
Are you okay?
I'll be fine. Maybe I should have water.
Is this part of the tradition? The pub crawl?
No. No, I think I had a bit more than I should have, and the smell. It's fine, I'll have water.
It's awfully quiet.
Had a bug problem.
You had a bug problem.
Did bugs nuke your city too?
Did you roast it and eat it, Pratt?
It was a giant spider, man.
Gotcha. So yeah, Solva will continue taking sips. Just ask. He'll ask Coda. What rank is Coda? Lieutenant.
Yes.
Oh, yep, she's lieutenant. And in your culture, do you have events like this? Drinking nights?
Wouldn't know. The Cardassians blew it all to hell.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Surely Vulcans must have some sort of entertainment. They don't drink on Vulcan.
Do Vulcans drink? I seem to remember there being like a Vulcan brandy or something before. Yeah. Looks like they do.
Apparently, there's a Vulcan port. Well,
Huh. So Silva will just say, uh, we do. It's not common for us to imbibe alcoholic beverages until inebriation, but we do drink occasionally. As for entertainments, there are many forms of entertainment on Vulcan. We appreciate the arts, the skill involved, and a well-executed musical performance. We enjoy the beauty of nature. We enjoy aesthetic things.
yeah, so next time we could do a group camping trip. You might enjoy that more.
I would agree to that. I find it useful to explore many different environments and get to know my colleagues better, both on the job and off the job.
Well, maybe the next bar will have whatever this Vulcan beverage it is. That seems to be a rarity.
We ready to go to the next one?
Yes.
All right. Let's go. And I will round everyone up and go lead the way to the next one. I get the impression folks aren't vibing with the pub crawl. Escape room, anyone?
I personally would find that most enjoyable.
Anyone else?
Sure.
All right.
All right, I think just for funsies here, as you are walking your way to your next destination, you pass by the fancier part of town, and you see Lieutenant Bedden walk out of one of the fancier buildings, donned in what you could only describe as a full tuxedo. That's actually the meme I was trying to find. Thank you, Prex.
Ben will just stop and go. Uh, um, look around awkwardly.
Sir,
Uh, um,
special
uh,
night, sir?
yeah, enjoying shore leave. Just taking in a, a show of a very yeah, masculine. It was a fighting show. It was very masculine.
Ah, yes. Many people I know wear suits to see fighting. You notice that Wagner is weaving a little.
Um, yeah, very lieutenant, very very classy. Very very. It was a dress up night. Very elegant fighting. So
Any
what?
good Sopranos?
Mm,
Sorry, Commander.
mm, no problem, Lieutenant. The show was delightful, is what I'll say. Enough about me. What is this ragtag group up to? He'll look around.
Well, we were doing pub crawl, but folks didn't seem like they were enjoying it, so we're in search of an escape room.
He'll straighten his cuffs. Well, now that the show is done, I'm free. Do you mind if I join you?
I will look at the other junior officers and make sure nobody looks uncomfortable. Sure, Lieutenant Commander.
All right. Well, don't mind me. Lead the way.
Prax, you're playing Coda, right?
Currently, yes.
I'll send it to you so you could do with that as you will.
So, Lieutenant Bedin, I assume it was a epic battle.
Some might say that, Lieutenant. Yes. I may surprise you. Oh, one sec. May surprise you, Lieutenant, but I do consider myself a man of a bit of culture. But you don't think I do target practice all the time in the holodeck on the expedition, do you?
Wouldn't know, sir. You're never really there anyway, sir.
Never at the holodeck, you mean?
Targeting practice, sir.
Well, maybe not there with you, lieutenants, but I work it in. Lieutenants, it's important to develop both the martial skills as well as the aesthetic skills. I would encourage you, if you would be interested, to join me if you would like.
Sir, are you asking me out on a date?
Well, as your department head, the answer to that question is no. I was merely discussing a team building exercise. If you're not interested, of course, no no worries and no further discussion, but he'll look back at the sign and just kind of lean in closely. Madam Butterfly is an excellent show, and I'd really encourage you to check it out. And he'll lean back and just act like he didn't say anything.
It sounds intriguing, sir. She looks to Alex like, we should probably move.
Yep, I will get going.
So to the escape room we go?
Yep.
Alrighty. So you guys go off and do your escape room stuff. I'm not gonna set an escape room up because we're looking at 9:30 already, or 10:30 already.
Yeah, we can.
Unless you have one ready to go, Wagner, and then by all means,
No. We can skip.
So yeah, we'll head back up to the ship. Probably we'll speed up to around the time the Admiral shows up.
Sure, we'll probably be at the airlock though.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I have an airlock.
Theater of mine it is.
All right, who's with you meeting the Admiral? Probably you, Krim. Bedin? Question marks?
He was to report back in 12 hours for the inspection.
So he's maybe in by the rooms then?
Unless he got trapped in the escape room.
Can't get out.
Krim would definitely be there, though.
That'd be a good thing for next week, maybe. Let me have a think on that. So yeah, the Admiral and Lieutenant Commander Jordan come aboard.
Admiral, welcome aboard the expedition. Counselor? She was a counselor or she was like commander?
She's commander.
Well, Commander Jordan.
Yeah. Thank you, Captain. I trust everything is ready to go.
Yes. Right this way. And she'll lead him to deck 3.
I trust all arrangements for increased security precautions have been made.
Yes, sir.
If you could please provide a list of those officers to Commander Jordan here.
She looks to Grim, assuming he has the paperwork.
What was that, Krim? You were breaking up. No, try reconnecting.
Do better now.
Much better.
So Krim just hands over a pad with all the names on it.
And Commander Jordan will begin scrolling through it. No disciplinary issues with these officers?
None that I know of, and as far as shipboard, we've had no issues.
And the Arab will speak up. Sorry if this seems like a lot, Captain. This is, after all, you will be transporting a Federation Council member who may be president one day.
So you keep saying, sir. But I'm sure the security arrangements will be up to the council member standards.
I have no doubt.
And as we arrive on deck 3, as you're aware, on board the Intrepid class starships, deck 3 is mainly reserved for senior officers and VIP guests. And all the VIP quarters are right this way.
Is this the section reserved for the commander or for the councilman and his entourage?
I believe there was 15.
Well, Captain, this VIP section was reserved for them specifically, as well as any bunk options that were necessary. Of course, I would be just down the hall from this area.
Commander Jordan, go ahead and start doing your sweep. Tell me, Captain, how has the maintenance been on the ship? Any issues to report?
Commander Krim keeps a tight schedule. But everything is up to standards, and he likes to be a little overzealous at times and make sure everything is at, I believe the humans would call it, turn it up to 11 on the maintenance standards.
Good. Would hate for something bad happen to the ship while we're transporting them, especially if it's mechanical in nature.
I assure you, sir, we will stay on top of it if there are any mechanical failures on board the ship. Tell
And
me,
I also trust you have all the security and the medical personnel in place in case any medical issues arise.
our security and medical department are up to any challenges that may come their way, sir.
Good, good. Once the commander here finishes up her sweep, we'll be out of your hair, Captain. Do you have any questions for me?
Do you know the council? Have you known the council member long, sir? You seem to be taking this a little personal.
The counselor sought me out a few years ago to act as his personal security advisor.
It's a tall ask for someone in your position, sir. With all due respects.
Well, you know how it is, Captain. They don't let admirals out too much. It's a good practice. Keep me in the game, as it were. And of course, it never hurts to have a councilman in your back pocket should the need arise.
Well, sir, usually, with all due respect, I usually like to stay away from them. They tend to complicate things. But, assure you, this will take up the utmost care of the council member and his staff, and escort them safely to Deep Space 17.
Very good, very good. The councilman is very adamant on seeing this new sector of space exploration. Especially seeing a lot of resources has been diverted to it recently.
Well, we could use all the help we can get. We are on the fringes of Federation space as well as far from any developed colonies.
I understand you had a hand in setting up a few of those colonies.
Not Federation and innate, but there was a resettlement operation done for a species called the Inerthians a few months ago, after their homeworld was faced with annihilation. I believe the evacuation of the homeworld is still ongoing, but luckily the cause of it has been stopped. Unfortunately, has rendered their homeworld in a more dire state to where long-term habitability will not be possible in the near future.
Yes, the counselor has been most interested in that sector of space.
Yeah, if you're referring to the Ebon Expanse, a lot of it is remained largely unexplored due to the subspace rupture still causing problems in that area. And it's still, while the cause of it has been stopped, the effects still persist for the time being.
Still, vast areas of unexplored space. Would be any captain's dream.
Certainly is, sir.
And the commander comes back. Everything looked good on my end, sir. Very good, Commander. You are dismissed. Yes, sir.
Prax just nods to her as she leaves.
Well, Captain, from my understanding of looking over your personnel files, I believe you are still in search of a first officer. No
I
offense
am.
to Commander Krim here.
I'm sure Commander Krim would look forward to having his duties lessened. But yes, still looking for a first officer. Um, I know the fleet has been pushing a lot of potential first officers into becoming captains with the increased number of ships being built.
Yes, and unfortunately, that's pulling a lot of the first officers away from their duties. A lot of holes to fill. Luck would have it, Captain. I do have a short list of my own. Commander Jordan there being on the top of that list.
She seems a quite capable officer, sir.
Comes highly recommended amongst her peers. And I have to say, it's always served me well. In the 2 years I have known her as my adjunct, she has been an exemplary officer.
As a former adjunct myself, I'm sure she is quite capable of whatever future she wishes to embark on.
I'm sure. I'll send you her personnel file, Captain. Just something to keep in mind. Another name to add to your assumingly long list of candidates, I'm sure. But she is a very capable officer, one that I don't think is not long for the adjunct world, if you catch my meaning, Captain. She'll make a fine first officer somewhere.
Well, I look forward to reviewing her personnel file.
Very good, Captain. Well, I won't take up any more of your time. Expect the councilman at 0900 tomorrow.
Understood, sir.
Captain, Commander,
Admiral.
and I'll begin the walk off.
Thank you, Commander Krim. Enjoy the rest of your shore leave.
I understand, Captain. If you don't have anything else for me, I'll be on my way.
There is one thing, Commander, and I'll make this in order.
Yes, Captain.
Do try to enjoy yourself. And the captain walks off back to her quarters.
Graham will head to the station for what little time he has left.
Take in one of the station bars.
Maybe a little bit, but not much.
All right, so probably what we could do is we could have a scene here. Krim sitting at one of the bars. One of the Earth Space Dock stuffs. It's all black, really?
Double check for dynamic lighting. Accidentally got turned on or something.
Grid off, dynamic lighting off. Still black.
Yeah.
Wish I knew which layer this was on.
Dynamic lighting was actually on. I got
Is
it. Yeah.
Okay. Can everyone see it now? Ooh, that's a lot brighter.
Yes.
All right, so yeah, Krim, you are enjoying or brooding over a drink at the bar, whichever mood you're in at the moment. When a loud group of Starfleet officers, having just been back to Earth Space Dock, is being extremely loud as they are passing by your quiet lounge.
Yes, I'm gonna head out there.
I think that's almost everybody.
Coda,
Coda.
who certain two Starfleet security officers missed their You know, Lieutenant, you sure are for a culture man, sure had a difficult time in that escape room.
Well, when you enjoy the finer parts of theater and story, sometimes that doesn't leave a lot of room for other things, you know? Uh, Solving problems, for example.
Bar. Whenever. There with his arms crossed.
Coda like bumps Beden's like side. Sir,
Ben will walk forward. Lieutenant Commander, I see you, well, you finally had some time for yourself, I guess.
Apparently you had too much time, Bedden.
How do you mean, sir?
You missed the security check.
Hmm. That's right, sir. I'm sorry, sir. I was out. I didn't realize the time. Um, I
Oh, I
can.
don't think you'll have to explain it to me, Lieutenant Commander. The captain probably noticed you weren't there too.
Uh, I imagine so, sir. Um, I'll uh, I'll report to the captain and I'll talk with her.
I would suggest you do that post haste.
Yes, sir.
As for the rest of you, I can smell the liquor from here. That you get back aboard the ship and cleaned up. GM, how close are we to departure?
Aye, sir.
Few hours still, I'd say. So it's 12 hours from when you arrived. Yeah, I mean, I'd probably say like about 8 hours or so. No,
Yeah.
10-ish.
I would recommend that you guys get cleaned up and get some sleep, as we have 10 hours before we're supposed to leave for 374. Especially those of you on first shift.
Yes, sir.
Well then, carry on, but don't make a scene. I would hate to have to swing by security on my way back to the ship and pick you up.
Well, I'll head back to my quarters quietly and get cleaned up and some shy.
Ben will report to the captain for his tongue lashing.
All right. Captain, you went to your quarters, if I'm not mistaken?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you will hear a chime at your door.
She's probably reading to her daughter. So
From Not the Evil Book.
yeah, from Not the Evil Book. Enter. Tenant Bennett.
Will enter. Sir.
She just kind of looks at you. Can I help you with something, Lieutenant?
Sir, I just wanted to apologize for not making it in time for security check. Spoke to Lieutenant Commander Krim as me and the others boarded the expedition, and I just wanted to personally apologize, sir.
Do you have a valid reason for not showing up?
Uh, don't believe so, sir. Um, more or less lost track of time. I met up with the others, and well, they were going to an escape room on Earth. And I, well, felt that I had a little more time left, and I asked to come along. And the night got away from me, sir.
See to it that it doesn't happen again, Lieutenant. But I do want you to double check the security rooms before the council member arrives.
Uh, Understood, Captain. I'll get to it right now.
Thank you, Lieutenant.
Again, I'm sorry, sir. It won't happen again.
I'm sure Commander. Just don't see it till it happens again, Lieutenant.
It won't, Captain.
You're dismissed.
Thank you. And he'll kind of brush out the wrinkles, and he'll immediately turn and make his way to deck 3 to do another pass.
Oh, Lieutenant, you may want to stop by sickbay first.
Sir?
To ensure that you are at proper, you're not, oh, sorry, as the player, I'm trying to phrase this decently. To ensure that you're in the right state of mind.
Yes. At this point in the day, it shouldn't be a problem, but I'll make sure to be fit for duty, Captain. I'll see to it. And yeah, Ben will swing by sick bay to get a hypo spray, and then he'll go to deck 3 to do another inspection.
Okay. Are there any other scenes anyone would like to do before we close up here? All right, so I'll take silence as a no. Down in the blistering heat of a New Zealand penal colony, we find one former Captain Felix Morgan working on some generator device when a hooded figure shows up. Are you Felix Morgan? Who's asking? Someone with the power to get you out of this. Yeah, how would you do that? I have my ways. I have a proposal for you. I have a ship in need of a captain. If you agree to my terms, I can get you out of here. And what would those terms be? Captain my ship and follow every single one of my commands. It's that simple. You have till tomorrow morning to decide. And if I refuse, enjoy your sentence. Tomorrow morning, I expect an answer. And with that, we'll call that the end of where it all began.